All right. Hi, JoJo McCarron. Where are you from and how long have you lived in Orange Beach?
And I've lived here since 1971.
Okay, and what position are you running for?
City Council, Place 5 for the City of Orange Beach.
All right. And question one, what are your top 3 priorities if elected, and how do you plan to accomplish them?
Education, transparency, and responsible growth.
Okay. What is your long-term vision for our city over the next 5 to 10 years?
I would like to see our city continue to grow, but in a responsible way that doesn't impose a lot of stress on our residents. Some of the things we can fix, some of the things we can't fix. Like traffic is one of them that we can't fix. That's out of our control. We're going to have to live with that with the tourists, but we also have to be able to balance our tourist life with our residential life.
Yeah. All right, next one. And how will you balance growth and development?
Yeah, led right into that, didn't we, Lauren?
Yeah.
We have to manage the growth where it doesn't overtax our infrastructure, water, sewer, that sort of things, highways, the roads. But we'll continue to try to manage that by lowering the density on current projects or zoned projects and do everything we can to minimize the number of cars on the road.
For budget and taxes, how do you plan to handle the city budget and prioritize spending?
Well, the spending should be done for the residents of Orange Beach, whether it be, more ball fields, more recreational facilities, but really find out what the citizens of Orange Beach want us to spend the money on versus what the city wants to spend the money on.
Right. Do you support raising, lowering, or keeping taxes the same, and why?
Well, everybody would love lower taxes. You certainly would. I certainly would. I mean, it's just the way of life. I am not in favor of raising taxes in any form or fashion. I believe that our current tax structure is adequate. Our property taxes are relatively low. I'd like to continue to see that. Our lodging taxes are right in par with most of other city tourist areas along the Gulf Coast. But it allows those tax dollars allow our city to have a tremendous amount of money roll into our coffers that can benefit our residents going forward.
Yeah. What's the specific services or programs would you protect from budget cuts, even during a downturn?
Anything that has to do with education, number one, and number two is the recreational facilities for our youth. I would not recommend any type of budget cuts for those in any form or fashion.
All right. For housing and development, how do you plan to involve the community in decisions about new developments and zoning changes?
Well, ask the citizens what they want, what they would like to see. I want to be here for the people and the citizens of Orange Beach, not for me personally or what the city wants. I want to hear from our residents, find out what they want, and then I think we should move forward based on what their opinion is. And my door is going to be open to that.
For education and youth, how will you support our city schools and ensure all children, including those with special needs and disabilities, have access to quality education?
I will do everything I can as a person with a disability to make sure that all of our children, with or without any type of disability, has every resource available to make sure that they will become successful or have the opportunity to become successful. It's my number one priority. We currently have 1,250 students, I believe, in our city school system, and they should have access to the best of everything. Facilities, teachers, everything.
Yeah. And what role should the city play in supporting youth programs and after-school opportunities?
I think the city should provide all of that, Lauren. An after-school program is vital for our working parents to make sure that the kids have a safe place, and not a safe place until they can be picked up, but also have access and the ability to expand their education or their interest, whether it be in sports, arts, music, whatever it happens to be. And I think we have programs in place, but they can always be made better.
Mm-hmm. For transportation and infrastructure, what is your plan to improve roads and pedestrian safety?
Well, I'm not sure we can do a lot about the current road system because it's state owned. We don't have any control over that. I think we're headed in the right direction with the sidewalks for the golf carts. I think that's a wonderful thing to keep as many cars off the road as possible. That also has to be managed responsibly, meaning we can't have kids running up and down the sidewalks on golf carts or all through Bear Point on golf carts. I mean, it's still a motorized vehicle that can go pretty fast and people can get hurt. But I am all for the more golf cart accessibility. I am absolutely in favor of. As a person who can't drive anymore, it's going to be vital to me to be able to get around on the golf cart.
Okay. How will you ensure equitable infrastructure investment across all neighborhoods?
We have to make sure that all of our neighborhoods have access to clean water, power, and I believe also high-speed internet service. It's a part of our life now. We can't get around that. I think that we are making strides in that area, but to continue to improve those services will be a very high priority as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. For transparency and community involvement, how will you ensure transparency and accountability in city government?
Well, my door will always be open. Everybody will have access to my cell phone number, my email, and my campaign slogan is "Our voice, our city, our future." And I believe that's vitally important going forward, is that the citizens have the ability to voice their opinion and point our leaders in the right direction to make sure that their needs are met.
Yeah. How do you plan to keep residents informed and involved in local decision making?
I will do everything I can in that regard. Like I said, open door. They can call me. I might even, start posting online. I'm a little old for that, but maybe a Facebook page to let people know. I don't really know the total answer to that, but I'm open and transparent, and will continue to be.
Okay. For equity and inclusion, how do you plan to make the city more inclusive and accessible for people with disabilities, seniors, and other often overlooked groups?
Like I said earlier, as a person with a disability, as it comes to my attention that those areas need to be addressed, I will certainly be on the forefront of that and presenting that to the rest of the council and the mayor. We need to have that accessibility for all people, regardless of their disability or their age. It's very important, and I think it makes our city a much, much, much better place.
Okay. And for candidate accountability, who do you see yourself accountable to?
I see myself accountable to the citizens of Orange Beach. I am their representative if they choose me, and that's who I answer to.
All right, last two. Have you ever changed your position on a major issue? Why and what did you learn?
I have not. I really have not. And I was going back thinking, even back when I was chairman of the board of the Chamber of Commerce, I don't remember ever changing my position on any of the decisions that I made.
All right, and finally, what sets you apart from the other candidates running?
Well, I believe it's my time being here. Like I said, I've been here my whole life. My first experience here that I can remember was with my grandparents in the early 60s, as far back as I can remember. I've seen it from Bear Point, dirt roads, one lane Highway 59, if you can even imagine that. But I want to be here for the citizens of Orange Beach. This city's been very good to me and my family. And what sets me apart is that I've seen the growth from zero to where it is today. And I want to make sure that we maintain our little bubble down here because I think we do live in a bubble.
Yeah.
And I want to protect that bubble.
All right. Well, thank you, JoJo McCarron, for your time.
Lauren, thank you.
All right.